Welcome to Big South Fork National River and Recreation Area. I'm Ranger Mary. Today, I'm at the Blue Heron Outdoor Museum. Since 1989, the National Park Service has been actively preserving and sharing the stories of this once thriving coal mining community. This is the Women's Life exhibit. The spotlight on today's session are the strong and determined women that call this special place home.
They were reared up to believe, such as my mother told me, that when you get old enough, which is 17 or 18, no later than 18, you get married and you have a husband that takes care of you and you don't work, you take care of the house and you cook and you have his kids and that's your responsibility. You don't have to worry about anything else. Boys could go to the armed services or they could go to work in the mines, and the girls were expected to just get married and start having kids and keeping house for the people who went to the mines and went to the armed services.
It was pounded in our heads, and religion is all we knew, really. Work and religion, to be God-fearing and be clean, and that was it.
Same thing every day. Clean house, but we always mopped our kitchen every day. And then on Friday, usually Friday was your big day. You cleaned everything on Friday. Getting ready, I guess, for the weekend.
You didn't let the kids out on the front porch or back porch if you didn't want to see their faces all black like the coal miners.
We'd wash and hang out clothes on a clothesline to dry, and they'd get covered in that tip or dust, and you had to wash them again.
I remember we had Venetian blinds, and I hated them because they would cut your fingers, and we'd have to take them down and dip them in the bathtub and then hang them on the line to get them clean. But it would only last about a week.
But our mother didn't seem to mind it. I mean, it just seemed part of the life to her, and she never complained or raised Cain with Dad or anything, and she just loved us children, and she was a good Christian woman and tried to teach us to do the right thing and pray every day.
My mother was the type of woman, when we went any place, we had on gloves, we had to be very ladylike, and this was our mother. She was strictly a lady.
Back then, women didn't have all the freedom they've got nowadays. There's just do what their husband told them to, and that was it. Stay home, cook, wash. Listen to the radio. We finally got a radio.
I worked one day in the store there after I got married. And my husband worked at the mines, And the guys went up there and told him, hey, said, there's a good-looking woman working down there in the store. He come in and made me quit.
My Aunt Dorothy taught me to crochet, and I learned to crochet real well. I had 9 dresses crocheted for my first son when he was born.
Well, I didn't want to be a miner's girlfriend or wife, because my mother had a rough life. I wouldn't want to live like that. If my husband took me back in the hills or back in some place and said, you got to carry water and we got to live by oil lamp, I'd say goodbye.
If I was a man, or if I was a younger woman, I'd be right up there working in coal mines. I'd live my life out there.
Place where I call home. Granddaddy worked at coal mine 18. Big South Fork, she was pretty angry.
Come tour the Blue Heron Outdoor Museum on your next adventure and see where all these special stories took place. Until next time, on more history of the Big South Fork.
Big oak trees, you could kick back on her front porch breeze.